Well, the Commanders setting up for fans to arrive here at training camp this weekend. One of the top names that arrived in Washington, Von Miller. He's wreaked havoc on quarterbacks all across the NFL. And you might think a guy this late into his career might just be looking to add to the trophy case, but Von says he's still got that same drive he had in year one, all the way in year 15. From Virginia to Louisiana to Brooklyn, Cam Thomas has made impacts on hardwoods across the nation. But now he's taking a retrospect into something that impacts more than just his basketball career, giving back to the roots that built him into the man and the player he is today. Where Dorian Finney-Smith's 10-year-long NBA career has taken him all across the nation. He's gone from Dallas to Brooklyn, Los Angeles, and now Houston, inking a 4-year, $53 million deal this offseason. He hasn't even bought a house down in Houston. But amidst all of that, he's managing to come back for his 9th annual Community Day and Youth Camp here in Portsmouth, Virginia. Washington having one of the older starting lineups in the NFL with an average age of 27 years old, at least amongst starters. But there are still some impactful young bulls in this locker room. Can't underestimate a guy like Jaden Daniels or a stud, versatile corner like Mike Sanders. And they're making sure they have some impact names in 2025 as well. One that's standing out immediately is Virginia Tech's Jalen Lane. Well, just a few moments ago, championship hopeful Commanders filling the fields up here in Ashburn as Washington begins their 2025 training camp. As the stars are out, nobody can't help but notice the absence of an all-pro level threat on offense. National Signing Day was a roaring success for the Hokies. They finished with their highest ranked recruiting class since 2018. James Franklin in just a couple of weeks turned a class that was outside of the top 100 into a top 25 class in college football, garnering potential that Blacksburg hasn't seen in quite some time. Well, Green Run has been one of Virginia's most dominant football programs since the turn of the decade. They haven't lost a regular season game since 2020. While they still chase that evasive state championship, head coach Brandon Williams has made sure his Stallions are soaring into the collegiate scene as stars. The program taking note of that more than anyone is Virginia Tech. Arguably the most coveted program in the state, Virginia Tech football has been making fans jump for decades. Something about those fighting Hokies has drawn strong interest from Green Run High School. 3 Stallions slated to be on their 2025 roster, 3 more headed to their 2026 class next summer. But the question everyone is asking, what about Blacksburg has got these Green Run natives singing Exit Light, Enter the Stallions? It starts with one of the greatest players in state history. Keelan Adams set the record for receiving touchdowns and yards as a Stallion. The connection he has with his teammates at the heart of his play. Even though Blacksburg is on the other side of the state, it didn't take much for it to feel like home.
People that's going there, I already really know. Like, these are my real life homeboys, not just like somebody I met on Instagram or something like that. Like, we really hang out with each other. So I feel like that plays another factor in it, because once I get there, we don't have to spend like that first week getting to know each other. Like, this really already my brother. So we're trying to just go to work.
What comes to mind when you think of 757 Sports? The electric Mike Vick. The answer, Allen Iverson. Both men have become stalwarts of the community, giving back to their roots and also help introducing new faces to the booming culture of the Hampton Roads. But Vick and Iverson are past their playing days. While still active in the community, the 757 has yet to see that next generation come to the forefront, at least until now. It all started with DB3. Boxing superstar Keyshawn Davis took over the lightweight division quicker than you can say.
And the new!
After that, the Norfolk native brought the WBO lightweight championship belt back home. Alongside his 2 brothers, Kelvin and Keon, DB3 headlined Norfolk's first championship fight in decades.
I feel great, man. I got my son in my hands. The atmosphere is amazing. Everybody out here to support DB3, of course, Troy Isley, man. I couldn't ask for a better atmosphere.
Let's go! The 2026 recruiting class for Virginia Tech is a statement towards the future James Franklin is building. 22 recruits have signed with the Hokies. 8 of them earned 4-star rankings, a program record. The storyline of the day, however, were the 11 recruits Franklin flipped from his former home in Happy Valley to Blacksburg.
Penn State and Virginia Tech have always recruited similar areas as well. I'm not saying it's like a carbon copy, like it's the exact same, but like it's fairly similar. Like they want to win the state of Virginia. You want to dip into North Carolina. You want to win that Northeast region there. So like I think it gives you a lot of optimism of what might be to come, not just for next year's recruiting class, but just in terms of overall talent acquisition when it comes to the ACC.
It wasn't just Penn State that was seeing recruits flock to the Hokies. Tyrell Grant made a shift between ACC schools, flipping from Syracuse on November 3rd.
I truly believed in Coach Franklin's vision. That moved me and my parents a lot. And, just being able to get up on that official visit and meet some of the recruits as well, that played a big part of my decision.
Franklin has emphasized the connection he builds with his players. His trust in them fuels their confidence to reach their potential.
He said he would have the coaching staff to develop me into the best person on and off the field. So him saying I have the opportunity to go play at the even higher level, the professional level, I just couldn't say no to that.
Grant is one of 9 recruits that Virginia Tech landed in its own backyard, something that both Franklin and one of the game's greats emphasized here in Blacksburg.
I looked at the person next to me when we learned of the Franklin hiring, and I said, this changes everything. And I think that's a big reason why, is because now you're going to get people being like, hey, I want to go there because of this guy.
Players and fans alike have embraced Franklin with high praise. The national spotlight he's brought to Virginia Tech is one they haven't been under in decades. The beauty behind it all, he's only been here a month.
Him coming here, I don't think the impact can be overstated about what this means for Virginia Tech and the talent that will come here now. Just watch how that works. I think it's going to be really exciting to watch. I'm excited to see what they can do.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Go Hokies.
Reporting in Blacksburg, I'm Brett Holmes.